Right, Toyota champs, and you guys have been asking, review this MSI, review that MSI. Well, we've got an MSI in the house today. This is the GL65 Leopard. Now this laptop here is a no-nonsense 15-inch gaming laptop, but is it any good? Well, let's find out. Now, what do you want in a gaming laptop? Guess you want good performance, a good display? Well, this thing has you covered. And I guess the GL65 is sort of like not budget, a bit better than that, maybe, sort of mid-level there. Plastic build, solid build though. The aesthetics will be to your pleasing or not. This will be subjective, but it certainly has that gamer theme going on. Now the model I have here comes with Intel's 10th generation 10750H, 16GB of DDR RAM, actually running at 2666. Just something to note there. And my version here comes with a RTX 2060 Max P up to 115 watts. Now you'll see performance later, but it's the full beans here. No Max Q stuff here. Now of course you can get ones with higher specs, RTX 2070, 2070 Super. Of course these will be more expensive. I will leave the latest prices in the description. It's actually not bad value. Also comes with a full HD 144Hz gaming display. More about that later. It's actually a really good display. Now there is a 120Hz model, but believe me, this is the display you want. Comes in at 2.3 kilos, 27mm thick, so it is a proper gaming laptop. So it's not your ultra thin and light. It's your more traditional sort of 15-inch package here. Now with the ports you get everything you want, including mini display port out, HDMI, USB Type-C. You do not have power delivery or display out with that USB-C. Of course USB Type-A's. No Thunderbolt 3. Sort of what you would expect at this price point, but I do like that it has audio in and audio out instead of having the combination jack. That is awesome because that's how my headset is anyway. When it comes to the sound of it, actually the sound is like really loud, but I wouldn't say it's the best quality speakers. They sort of sound a little bit flat, but they're definitely loud and they don't distort too much. They're actually alright like that. But I guess a gaming laptop, you're not going to hear it over the fans anyway. Keyboard and trackpad are good, yes. SteelSeries RGB keyboard I have here. Also in the entry level model you get a red option. I like the RGB on it, looks nice. The keyboard feels nice, it's full size. No complaints here. And the trackpad is, well, it's serviceable, it's fine. It does have the 2-button setup, which I don't mind because at least you know what you got to do. I guess you're going to use a mouse anyway, but yeah, it's perfectly serviceable. Now, when it comes to the display, I was actually really impressed with this display. Straight away, I could look at it and it looked very good. Nearly 380 nits of brightness I measured. Near enough 100% sRGB. It was like 96. It's 144 Hz, butter smooth. It has a good response time. I don't have equipment to measure that, but it's not ghosty, it's fast, it feels connected. I've got to say at this sort of price point, it is a good display. So if you get this 144Hz model, you're going to be happy with this display. Battery life, it's like 51 watt hour battery and I was getting over 4 hours battery life, which is pretty good for a gaming laptop, and I didn't expect to get that out of a 51 watt hour battery. So battery life is really good, and for a gaming laptop, it's sort of right there on par. So now let's get into the performance. Yes, it's going to perform like a full RTX 2060. Watch my performance and thermal benchmark I'm doing now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit that CPU 100%, see what it sustains, temperatures. Then I'm going to hit that CPU 100%, see how much watts that sustains and the temperatures. Then I'm going to hit both together. And this will tell you everything you need to know. Now, when I'd run Cinebench, I was getting up to around 2,800 Cinebench, which is sort of like on par with these 10750. Wouldn't be the best performing one I've had. It would boost up high, of course, and then sustain 75 watts most the Cinebench run, and then go down to about 60, 62 watts. So that's good. It gets a tick on the CPU front there. GPU, it's a 115 watt GPU. Although I wasn't getting much over 100 watts, but it did maintain that 100 watts, no problem, throughout lux mark. So you're going to get good performance out of the GPU in this. Now hitting them both together, you'll see later, the GPU still maintains 100 watts. That's what you want in a gaming laptop. And the CPU maintains 45 watts. So that's base, so that's good, very good. And actually the Cinebench score was only like 100, 150 points less with the GPU being hit and the CPU being hit simultaneously than it was with just the GPU being hit by itself. So that's very good. That just shows you the performance of this is going to be excellent for gaming, because you're going to be maintaining that 45 watts CPU and 100 watts GPU in worst case scenario. So you're going to get the maximum performance out of this. 100 watts on the GPU, that's what you want, and the display is awesome too, so you're getting that super connected feeling. Now for heat and noise, thermals, once it goes down to those settled state, of course when it's in its boost state you'll get over 90s, you'll get into the high 90s sometimes, but once it settles down to the 45 watt CPU, 100 watt GPU, temperatures are fine in the 80s. Noise, it's a gaming laptop, it's going to be noisy. The skin temperature, that's fine, there's nothing to worry about there. Wouldn't be putting it on your lap because the vents are under there anyway, but you know, I wasn't getting my hands burnt on the keyboard. So overall, this thing is a no-nonsense gaming laptop, and it does what it says on the tin, right? You get an awesome display, super connected, low response time, not ghosty, 144 hertz, bright, nice color gamut on it, tick there, GPU and CPU performance maintained together, excellent. That's what you want in a gaming laptop. This thing's going to game, and it's going to game hard. You're going to like this laptop. Now, the only criticisms I have of this is, you know, maybe the design is not your taste, or maybe that is subjective, but the ergonomics of those ports, they're a bit weird. And having 2666 memory, which is sort of weird for a 10th generation laptop. I don't think it's going to affect your gaming performance that much, but yeah, I got to say, if you just want a no-nonsense gaming laptop, this one has you covered, no doubt. So anyway, hopefully I get to review a few more MSIs in the future. You're going to like this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Tally ho.